This is going to be one of the quicker videos I've ever put out on this channel, so if you enjoy fast, quick moving content, this is going to be good for you. But a lot of people do talk about wrist aiming versus arm aiming, and this extends to more than just Overwatch. This is bigger than just my Overwatch YouTube channel. This gets into the FPS genre. How should we be aiming? Should we be using our wrist? Should we be using our arm? What do the pros do? Is one better for our health? There's a lot of people discussing this, and I'm going to get into this again here in a second, but these are the two ways that most people use to aim. Hello everybody, this is where I record, this is where I play, this is where I stream. Let's just dive right into wrist aiming versus arm aiming. So wrist aiming is basically just sitting comfortably at the desk. Your hand and your mouse is going to be at the very bottom usually, and most of your aiming is going to be done right here, just with the wrist, with some minor arm movements just for big turns. And then there's also arm aiming, which is not what I do, but a lot of pros do play like this, where your arm is going to be pretty much completely on the desk, as you can see here, and almost all of the aiming is happening in giant swoops. Your arm is controlling most of the accuracy, and as you can see on screen, I'm really not good with this because I don't have any muscle memory built for aiming like this. It's so weird. But yeah, so personally for me, I use wrist aiming. I like to sit back, as you can see. Can you see my chair? I think you can see my chair kind of here. I'll show it. I just have the bottom of my chair right here as a little plastic armrest, and I just have my arm sitting on it. My arm is all the way on the chair with just my wrist on the table on my desk here, and it's just minor adjustments really. You know, it's when I'm aiming, it's all coming from the wrist. And you know, I can get into this later, but some people say that it's really not good for your wrist over time, especially on heroes like Tracer. I'm sure it's not going to be very good for your health over a long period of time because of how many huge movements you're making and tracking, and you know, just keeping track of people that can move fast. And these bots are slow, but you know, imagine 1v1s with Genjis and Tracers, and you know, you'll be turning a lot with your wrist, and it could get crazy. But yeah, so this is what I do. I do wrist aiming. Almost all movement comes from the wrist, and that's opposed to arm aiming, where you're playing like this. And at the end of the day, guys, it really comes down to preference. If you remember the last video I made, where I guess the ending conclusion was it's all down to preference, was about crosshairs. And again, crosshair, it just depends on the person. It's down to your personal preference. It's the same exact way for aiming with your arm versus aiming with your wrist. Sorry. But yeah, so I'm curious down below, can you guys tell me if you use arm or if you use wrist? Because I'm curious to see where everyone would be put, because I know most of the people that watch my videos are going to be players that are looking to get better. So they're either lower ranks in Overwatch or they haven't even placed yet. So I'm kind of curious where you guys that are trying to learn to play the game, how you aim. If you use your wrist, do you do this, or do you kind of move your arm out like this? So go ahead and tell me down below what you do. Thank you. And just to add one more thing at the end, make sure that you have a mouse pad that's big enough to compensate for aim. I used to have a really tiny mouse pad, and I really suffered from the fact that I kept running off the edge of it, and it was just screwing with me. I was always like fidgeting with it and adjusting it. Make sure you have a huge mouse pad. You can get them for like 10 to 20 bucks on Amazon, and yeah, you'll be set once you have one of these things, and they'll last for a while. They're pretty durable. So that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I know this is not going to be as entertaining as some of my videos where I'm actually talking about topics. This is going to be more informative, and people are actually typing this in search bars on YouTube, and this will pop up. So if you're a normal viewer, sorry this was a little bit different, but if you're a new viewer, thank you for stopping by the channel. Have an amazing rest of the night, everybody. Take care.